Hi, and welcome back to Let's Win XCOM Long War. I'm Phwop, and this is my Project Steadfast series. This covert extraction I already went on, and then the game crashed at the end on the victory screen. We did take a hit to our Rocketeer. We are just going to... I'm just going to rock through it. No long haul. We've seen advanced lasers will be coming up soon. I could probably get them done before a covert extraction, but that doesn't help me, because there's no immediate benefit to that. I have selected most of my team already. I want Lieutenant Ma as our gunner so that he can suppress the bejeez out of our enemies. I will be taking the light machine gun, and we can ditch extended ammo. Med kit. Analysis module. That might be too slow. I'm gonna bring a med kit. I know, so many other beautiful weapons. Can I suppress with other things? Oh, you know. There's so little ammo. We can bring high capacity. Oh, no, we can't because we don't have access to high capacity mags. That's not going to work out for us. So... could bring the heavy cannon. No, I think the light machine gun, phalanx armor, med kit is the way to go. So our flanking is a very common thing in these missions, and our Rocketeer is already so mobile. Let's bring a laser rifle. Whoa! Oh yeah. Could bring the laser reflex array. Yeah, let's bring laser reflex. Not particularly accurate anyway. Laser rifle, HE grenade. Yeah, it's a couple of ways to make enemies easier to hit. Phalanx armor. Laser rifle. Pistol for speed. High capacity magazines. Lack of speed. Has aggression. Let's go ahead and combo that with the analysis module is really going to slow us down. Bring a smoke grenade, I think. And we're gonna bring a regular HE grenade. Oh no, I have to bring a scope because I need to be accurate. Okay, let's look at this. We've got a little bit of everything except for smoke. Hopefully we don't have to fight everyone at once. And I think Exalt is generally... Alright, okay, weapons check. Yep, we've all got lasery things. Or the SMG. Let's do this. So we will have, of course, our assault. Yeah. This is a tough map. Presumably we'll be on opposite sides of the map. And they're huge and wide open. I would love to have a sniper or some kind of squad sight on this, but not enough to leave my lasers at home. It will not be meld, so we can skip that.
Exalt forces spooked one of our field operatives who was attempting to recover new intelligence by hacking an XCOM relay. Strike One is going
We will
in
be
to
well
ensure the
paid for
operative is
this,
covered while
and there will
decrypting the data
be
from the remaining relays.
lots of baddies to kill.
If we're going to recover the remaining intel. Objective updated.
Alright, so we're gonna want our heavy weapons up in here, up in here.
Position confirmed.
So you generally have two choices. One is try and sneak around as much as possible, get close, get your operative close to these transmitters so that you can hack them, disabling Exalt and letting you waste Exalt with hit and run and close encounters and just charge up on them while their weapons are disabled. Also, they won't use their explosives if they're going to target each other, which is nice. Our operative, that's in the middle. That's going to be like super highly contested. So I think I want to get my operative over here, which means I'm going to want to concentrate some firepower on the left side of the map. Probably means posting up my infantry there.
Moving out.
Our lead, we want them. Let's just put our infantry here, because we are going to open up this door. And then, so you have a choice here. Try and squirrel yourself away somewhere where they can't see you, or just hang out where you are. And our choices are a little slim here. So I'm going to... We don't have Gunslinger either, so our Overwatch is probably crap. And there's only 2 shots in our heater, so we're just gonna hunker and pray. It's gonna aim. If we had smoke, I might open the door.
Nice field, Commander.
Okay, let's just hope they don't see our operative just yet. Problem is, the operative can see a lot of open space. Alright. Alright, lucky us. The transmitters are indestructible.
Shh. You hear that?
There is cover up there. Nobody's saying it's good cover. I don't have smoke, so I kind of don't want to deal with it. You know what? Let's go for it though. Whoa, that guy put on his jet boots.
And from the looks of them, Exalt is working quickly to integrate alien genetic material into their troops. Until we know the extent of their
that makes this a...
I would advise extreme caution.
This is an excellent position. Let's go ahead and blow the crap out of this squad if we can. Come on, Rocket. Scatter in the right way. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Maria is ready for anything, which means that when we take this shot, we go into Overwatch, and you want to be using Overwatch because there are a ton of baddies. We have a 100% chance to crit, but our crit does not dish it.
On Overwatch.
It does, however, apply hollow targeting. This guy, he's going to want to move or do something. We have Overwatch. I'm going to take 2 laser shots at this one. Maybe I can put him out of my misery, since I have such a nice height advantage over him. Okay, tying up 2 squads on our... What do we have here? Hollow targeting, lightning reflexes, drum magazines.
Heading to that location.
We want to weaken these guys over here.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Come on. Okay, puts a little bit of damage. Burning that high ammo. This guy didn't panic. Woo! Ooh, that looked a little close to comfort. Okay, he gets away.
Just got hot.
More Exalt. Okay, that's a medic with a red backpack. And yes. The snipers only have the one weapon. The regular grunts have grenades, medics have smoke and other stuff. So scoring that hit was great because the red fog will just like terminate that sniper's ability to do anything to us. Really though, that guy is just gonna like sit there. Okay, these guys are under. I don't like all this cover. Perfect, blow that medic away. Okay, that sniper is messed up. Can't say no to this shot. Of course, that gives us our Overwatch for free.
Neutralized. Affirmative, covering now.
Let's see. Could be one more pod. Might want to thin the herd just a little bit more. I can shoot and Overwatch. He gets covering fire. He is dead. Covering fire, you do remain within your cover. Like, at points, covering fire has actually eliminated your cover when it took a shot. But now that aliens have it, it doesn't do that because that would be just a bit much. I don't know if I can say no to this sniper here. Let's not waste our beautiful... Oh.
Adjusting sights.
Not sure I can say no to this flank. Yeah, I think that's actually 4 pods we've seen. Some Overwatch behind him, yeah, he's flipping out. And we've got someone waiting for him. So one of the beautiful things about hit and run is that it lets you reload. Yeah, this guy didn't realize his choice of cover was such crap. Alright, get a couple taps on him. This guy's aim is BS and he knows it, that's why he's going into Overwatch, just to scare me. Okay, our covert operative, hit and run. So if you only have one shot left, hit and run choices are easy. You flank. Kind of want to get this rocket off. You know what? Let's do it right there.
Targeting system must be busted.
Okay, we got Shredder, even if we didn't get any damage on that guy. We did damage that one.
Ammo over here.
And that gives us... This Overwatch should use up our last ammo. Gonna move our scout first. Now this guy, he does have grenades, you can see him on him. And this scout is not the character. To struggle against those. Let's see what our infantry feels like. Oh look, what's this? Can hardly miss even with rapid fire. Oh wait, I only have one shot left. No point in even rapid firing. Perfect. Our scout definitely didn't want to deal with that. Similarly, our covert operative doesn't want to deal with this lightning reflexes. Scout is much more in command here. And a flank shot would be great.
Taken care of.
Perfect. That sets us up for a coin flip, hit and run shot, and a free reload on this poor guy. He's gonna trigger. Oh, come on, where's my ready for anything? You are the last. Okay, let's see if we can see this guy trigger any Overwatch he may be having. There's an infantry in the roof. And so fully reloaded. We're just gonna go ahead, charge up here.
Our operative is in position near a comm relay. We just need to activate it to retrieve the missing data.
All out of explosives. Let's get some Overwatch in the middle here.
That. Scanning. Roger that.
He's gonna move and reload
Locked and loaded.
because there will be airdropping.
Let's do this.
We've got new contacts inbound on Strike 1's position, Commander.
Alright, looks like we scored a nice shot there. We do have rapid reaction, so if this guy, well, oh yeah. We can try both of them. We don't want to shoot. This guy may have covering fire, and we're totally exposed to him. Which is, as you might imagine, bad news bears. Of course.
Excellent. You've decrypted get a piece of the data.
So you can't Overwatch without ammo, and hitting one of these unloads all of their weapons. I mean, disables is the PC term, but we all know what's happening. Okay, no one better to take this guy out. Now that his Overwatch is done. Of course, we want to do this again next turn, if at all possible. I want to hollow target you. I didn't want to hit you. I just wanted to hollow target.
Target's still up.
We're gonna fire everything because we are so good at reloading. Covert Operative may actually be the toughest unit on the field, but no reason to taunt enemies, and running from one transmitter to the next can keep Exalt reeling
You've got additional Exalt forces moving on the
for
AO.
quite a while. Okay, that's a little... Okay, a medic and a sniper. Excellent. The good news is neither one of these guys has covering fire Overwatch, so we can take a free shot here. Also, we're too close to the sniper for him to really hit us reasonably. Oh, he does have covering fire. Shit. Okay, that was all our armor. Thank you, reinforced armor. Note to self, medics can have covering fire. She panics. Okay, well that was bad. Okay, less Overwatch for my scout to run, I suppose. What did this guy do? He sat there. She, of course, has a really high crit chance. Thanks to aggression. We will taunt the snipers. Shot. Sick gloves, bruh. Whew. Okay, that always worries me. Sniper rifles have really high base damage. Snipers may not have many other tricks, but they are quite brutal. We are going to rapid fire this sniper in the hopes of killing him outright. Ooh, looks like the first shot of rapid fire does apply hollow targeting. That is wrong. That means the second hit is actually
Damn it. Missed the target.
back into the water with you.
Ready to rock.
Oh, you know, damn it. I didn't even need to take that shot. I could have done the same thing I did last time.
Decrypted the last of the data. Now we just
I could just turn this off and they would lose their Overwatch. What a waste. Well, at least no harm done, but that was just dumb.
On my way.
Alright, we're pulling back.
Let's do this. Bien.
Recarga correcta.
There's another group of Exalt reinforcements moving into position, Commander.
Uh-oh. Okay, that looks like a medic and you can see the Exalt perks here. Field medic, smoke grenade, covering fire. Man, I did such a poor job. And also tell you what they are: Exalt medic, Exalt operative. Okay, thankfully. Could just suppress the medic. Of course, he can do things.
Heading out.
Let's taunt these Overwatch. Oh, they don't have Overwatch. Okay, what we're actually going to do is destroy his cover.
Grenade out.
Yeah, grenade. Okay, that's kind of optimal. Okay, thankfully we have just enough movement to get to some nice heavy cover. Thankfully, we have our freebie shot here. Yes, I was gonna say if we're lucky, it will crit. That's perfect. Don't want to deal with this guy. Do want to kill him. Need to reload my weapon now that since I got a free shot. Go ahead and suppress, as this guy does not have any tricks, and that will reduce his grenade throw range, because suppression is good like that. Also, it applies hollow targeting, which means it's the perfect time to take a bunch of shots.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that shot. Excellent. Alright, I don't think there are any more left. Let's just wrap this up before anyone gets hurt. Covert operative escapes.
Excellent work, Commander. Our
14
operative and
kills.
some valuable new intel are safe and sound.
Alright, that was what? 2 drop-ins, 3 drop-ins, and 3, yeah. Quite a few pods of Exalt, but we crushed them. Let's see if Mexico is happier for it, because that might actually prevent Mexico from leaving, which would be just the perfect set of bonuses. Even after a terror mission and maxing out, this might pull us back from the brink because it all happened in exactly the right order. Alright, Ma's out for 6 days thanks to that Uber health. And we have our choice of incredibly good choices. Aggression, more useful when you get lots of attacks. Of course, you can't, unless you have Opportunist, you can't crit on Overwatch, which means Ready for Anything aggression. Don't make the best combo. Will to Survive, we know what that does. It's particularly good for Ready for Anything because you're going to be behind cover, you're going to be sitting there, you're going to be suppressing, you're going to be hollow targeting, you're up in the fray, people will be shooting at you. Will to Survive makes you last. Survive, yeah, lets you be back there. And Sharpshooter is for shooting at enemies behind heavy cover, and it does increase your crit chances. Also another solid, much more solid with multiple attacks. Not so good on Overwatch, Ready for Anything. So obviously they won't be behind cover when they trigger your Overwatch unless you have covering fire, which is available and even recommended for Dominator type gunners. But the chances, I really don't like to depend on what kind of cover they're behind and all that. I suggest Will to Survive just for toughness. Because this is an officer, I'm definitely going to take it because I don't want my officers to die. So he'll just be a rock now as opposed to merely a hard place. And here our Rocketeer levels up. Low profile, not flashy, but it does let you position. You can snapshot up into the more dangerous positions, allowing you to take that shot from anywhere and of course later on with the javelin rockets, it really lets you be free. Same reason it's good for snipers. So we'll take that. So yeah, nice. 2 level ups. 3 level ups. Well played. I think the covert operative gets, we got 150 credits, which is awesome. Panic reduced by 1 in Mexico. I think that actually means 20. And awesomely, she levels up as well. Hit and run, bring them on would be an excellent combo with that. It adds 1, 2, 3, up to plus 4 damage if you can see up to 7 enemies. Hollow targeting, sprinter. The description for bring 'em on is updated. I am gonna go with the classic hollow targeting, as hit and run and hollow targeting is just an excellent combo. 2 meld, Exalt intelligence. If you use an arc thrower on Exalt,
looks like this was just a small part of their wider-reaching clandestine operation.
you can
Managed to find some clues as to the location of Exalt's headquarters, though. If we can track down more of their cells and collect additional intel, we'll be able to narrow down the possibilities and take out Exalt once and for all.
Alright, look at this. This is perfect. Mexico is down to 80 panic. It couldn't have gone any better this month for us. Mexico was sure to leave, and now they're back. Plus, their defense is so high that they'll be actually quite resistant to panic. If we can just get over there, maybe we can take over the United States and fund our air war and air coverage with that awesome bonus. Which is good. Very good. Matter of fact, since we are down 1 satellite, we could take over all of the United States, only building 1 more uplink, which would almost certainly be worth it. We have our 151 cash. Yeah, we might even be able to pay for that at the end of the month. Anything else? Nope. Research is going well. Maybe we should just get this satellite uplink started, because the sooner we take over North America, the better. Oh, I need a generator. If I want to take over North America, I need to build a generator. Stat. Alright, thank you, Exalt. 10 days. Pleasantly, that will finish after this month's council report, so we won't have to pay upkeep on it this month. And that'll give us, yeah, that should actually give us the power we need for our alien containment in time for it to finish before the next report card, which means that all we have to do is fund the satellites now, the 3 satellites, and our takeover of North America can proceed, assuming nothing terrible happens to Mexico. 2 engineers for 6 Thinmen corpses. Let me check my research options. That's almost certainly a yes. Okay. I have Thinmen. You see Thinmen throughout the whole game. They don't have a like superior version. Thinmen just get better and better. They're already quite good. I do need 20 corpses for improved medkits, but if I'm going to be doing a satellite rush, I'm not going to be seeing. Not going to be paying for these things anytime soon. So yes. Thinmen corpses for engineers, take it. Alright, advanced beam lasers, whoops! Alright, now we get access to the other beam laser weapons. We get the shotgun, which is the scatter laser, the laser cannon, which is something. Well, let's look through them all. Oh, did it? It didn't give me a rundown on all the.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help.
Okay.
out here.
We get the sniper weapon, the stiletto beam. It grants the precision shot feat. We get the torch beam array, which is the marksman type rifle for this tier. It has an incredibly high. What I tried to do here was design a weapon that like acted. The theme of the weapon would be a continuous beam laser that if you could find a target out in the open, you could just melt them away with. But the weapon itself relies on flush to fire any kind of accuracy you might have to use against a target in cover. So we're going to try this out. It might be too good, it might not be good enough. We'll see. Scatter laser is the laser shotgun. These are really great to grab. They have ammo problems, like all laser weapons. I think they have 3 shots, which is still as much, which is pretty good. I think it's a little extra heavy just to accommodate those 3 shots. I added in a weight penalty instead of reducing the ammo to 2, which might be a little too little. But they are fantastic for taking out the high health chrysalids and things like that. So the junction beam cannon is the heavy weapon. Heavy laser array now available. Those are of course awesome. It gives suppression as its bonus feat instead of sharpshooter. So it's not as good at picking targets out of heavy cover, but it can naturally suppress. So putting on your infantry for suppression purposes can be quite useful. The Halo array is a innately hollow targeting equipped light machine gun equivalent. So it does pump out hollow targeting with every shot, whether you have that perk naturally or not. And that's pretty awesome. It's also mobile. And just a different beast from the light machine gun, but a good one. And I want to build, definitely want a Halo array. It's interesting that we got the super heavy cannon from the basic research and then the mobile one from there. I suppose the LMG type weapons are. Definitely want a stiletto beam. I have a good number of alloys. Okay, let's sell some stuff. Sitting on a good bit of Illyrium and meld. What are my research costs? 20 meld. 70 Illyrium. Let's not sell the Illyrium. Okay, let's buy some weapons. I want 1 stiletto beam? Yeah, 1 should be fine. I want 1 Halo array, so my gunners don't all have can keep moving. I definitely want a heavy laser and a scatter laser as well. That'll be 77. Floater corpses are piling up. I wouldn't mind a laser pistol either. $57. 78. Of course, all these weapons have the innate 24 and 4 allies. Let's just go ahead, bite the bullet, get one of those. So many floater corpses. Okay, takes a good dent out of our reserves. Finally, our arc thrower is prepared, our armor is back, and it looks like it's going to be a
We're receiving several urgent requests for assistance.
moderate
There are
abduction in
abductions progress
China
at each marked site
at a
on the
settlement. Alright, good news, everyone is looking back on track. This is pretty perfect. And the barracks isn't looking too shabby, just a couple hours and we'll start getting back a bunch of people. And the wounds here are not too bad, even Jack Tao is about to come back. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Can't wait to see you next time. Until then, farewell.